So students, in the previous video, we have discussed about what are verbs, mood of the verbs, and also we have discussed the infinitive mood in details. So in today's video, we are going to discuss about the imperative mood. So all of you open your English grammar textbook, page number 158, chapter 22, the imperative mood. So, in the previous video, we have come to know that there are two moods of the verb. The first one is the infinitive mood and the second one is the imperative mood. So, today in this video, we are going to learn and discuss in details what are imperative moods. Now, let us see some examples. Example A, get out of the room at once. B, have pity on me, sir. C, always be in time. D, let me tackle this sum. Number E, stand up on the bench. In these examples, all the words which are underlined and bold, like get, have, be, let, stand, all these are verbs. The words that is get, have, be, let, stand, in all the 5 sentences, they are verbs. So each of these verbs, they express actions that are very urgent and necessary for the person who is spoken to. So such verbs are said to be in the imperative mood. They are also known as imperatives because they are expressing the urgency of the person to do those actions immediately. Now let us discuss and learn about what are imperative mood. So, verbs which express actions that are very urgent and obligatory are said to be in the imperative mood. They are also known as imperatives. So, in imperative mood, all the actions that are expressed are very urgent and obligatory, which means they are very necessary for the person who is spoken to. So, that action is very necessary to be completed by that person whom we are asking to. So, such verbs, they are said to be in the imperative mood. So, all of you now underline what are imperative mood. So, page number 158, in the first paragraph, we will see just after the examples. That is, they express actions that are very urgent and obligatory, that is very necessary for the person who is spoken to. Such verbs are said to be in the imperative mood. So, underline the 2 sentences. Each imperative sentence starts with the verb in its first base form, which means that the verb in each imperative sentence will always remain in its base form. For example, stand, send, let, etc. It means that the verbs like stand, send, let, etc. will not change its tense. It will always remain in its first or base form in each of the imperative sentences. Now, let us see what are imperative sentence. So, sentences which express orders, advice, request and proposals, they are known as imperative sentence. So, in imperative sentence, a person generally expresses some kind of order, advice or request to the second person. Those type of sentences are known as imperative sentences. So, now all of you underline the line that is imperative sentences express orders, advice, requests and proposals generally in the second paragraph in page number 158. So whenever you are asked to write the definition of the imperative sentences, you are going to write this definition, that is imperative sentences express orders, advice, requests and proposals generally. Then after that you have to give some examples, 1 or 2 examples you have to give. So another important thing that we must remember is that imperative sentences are always addressed to the person standing before the speaker, that is the second person you. That means in imperative sentences, generally the speaker addresses to the second person you, which is not mentioned in the imperative sentence. For example, let me tackle this sum. Get out of the room at once. In these examples, the second person is not mentioned but we should always remember that the speaker is speaking or referring to the second person to complete those kind of actions. All of you look into your page 159 at the last 2 lines. So underline those 2 lines. A note is given there. So underline that Imperative sentences are always addressed to the person standing before the speaker, that is the second person you. So underline this. So there are some uses of the imperative. So let us see and discuss them one by one. So an imperative can be used to express, number 1, a command. For example, get out of the room at once. Number 2, do it right now. So in these sentences, the first one refers to, that means the first sentence or example refers to that I command you to get out of the room at once. In the second example, that is do it right now, the first person is referring to the second person, that is he is ordering the second person to do it right now. So imperative sentences can be used to express a command. Again, an imperative sentence can also be used to express an advice. For example, 1. Take care of your health. Number 2. Always be in time. So here in these sentences, in the first example, the first person I is advising the second person you to take care of the health. Again, in the second example, always be in time, the first person, that is I, advise you to be in time always. That means the first person I is advising the second person you to be in time always. So in these examples, get out, do, take, be, that means all the underlined words which are also in bold type, these are all verbs. So get out, do, take, be, these are all verbs. In this we have come to know that imperative sentence can be used as a command as well as an advice. Let us see some more uses of the imperative. Now, imperative sentences can also be used to express a request. For example, 1. Have pity on me, sir. So, in this example, the first person, that is I, is requesting the second person, that is you, to have pity on me, sir. That means, I request you to have pity on me, sir. In the second example, forgive me, my Lord. It means that I pray to you to forgive me, my Lord. So here we see that the first person is requesting the second person or making a request to the second person. Again, imperative can also be used to express a proposal. Example 1, let me tackle this sum. So in this example, it means that I suggest to you to let me tackle this sum. Again, in second example, let us go for a walk. Here, it means that I am suggesting you to go for a walk with me. So, in these examples, we see that a proposal is being made to the second person, you. So, we have come to know that imperative can be used to express a command, an advice, a request and a proposal. So now all of you mark this uses of imperative in page number 158 as well as in page number 159. Whenever you are asked to give the uses of the imperative, you have to write, that is, you have to give all the 4 uses of the imperative as well as you have to also mention or give the examples after each use. Negative form of imperative. So the negative form of an imperative can be formed by placing the words, that is do not or never, in the beginning of the sentence. For example, number 1, do not disturb me. Number 2, never be late for school. So the words do not and never are placed in the beginning of the sentence, thus making it as the negative form of an imperative. This is also very important. So all of you underline the sentence. Mark it, that is the negative form of an imperative is formed by inserting the words, that is do not or never, in the beginning of the sentence. So it is there in your book, that is page number 159. So in this video we have learned about what is imperative mood, what are imperative sentences, use of the imperative, that is there are 4 uses we have come to know, that is as a command, an advice, a request, a proposal. Then also we have learned about how to make the negative form of an imperative.